What's going on, everybody? Today we are working on the trim, and we're also going to try and get the door built, but that may not happen all today. So just wanted to get over here, show you what it looks like and what we're doing. We're going to be putting trim around the windows and around the door, and then we also need to custom build a door around there. I'm also going to do the window on that side as well. So that's kind of the big project for today, and I'll show you how I'm building it. So what I'm using is the Masonite Trim, and this is the fiber cement board, same stuff that we use, that we're going to be using for the siding. It's probably going to destroy a couple of my blades, but that's what I'm going to use for the trim because I want it to be rot resistant. And then I also have the 2x4s there for the framing of the door. That's going to be different because I get to paint that, and it's going to be the door. So those are the two big things that I'm working on, and we'll get started. All right, so let's measure off what we need. I want to go right from the bottom of the sheathing here and then to that trim because I've got a different piece that's going to go across the top. It's a little bit thicker board, so that's 81.5 inches. By the way, this stuff is like super heavy because it is fiber cement, so it's got like fiber and cement. This stuff is not going to be good on this blade. That's pretty much all of the trim around the windows and the door. So now what's next is for me to build the door so that I can then put the frame in and we can start sealing this up. Once I get that door on, then I can start putting things inside and I'll start getting organized before I do all the finish work on the outside. But this is where we are going to leave it tonight. What's going on, everybody? Today we are back working on the shark shed, and today what I'm going to be working on is the door and hanging the door frame, that sort of thing. It's a little bit more of a woodworking project than anything else, but I want to show you what we've done so far. So what we started with is this piece of wood, which I'll show you the other side, but it's basically a beadboard, and that's going to be the body of it. I've got 2x4s that I'm going to mill down. If you look at them right here, they are rounded. All 2x4s come rounded. I don't need to buy anything special. I'm cutting off the ends of these so that we can make sure that we don't have rounded edges, and that should make life a lot easier for us. The first thing we did was cut off all the edges off the 2x4s. This was going to make a much cleaner fit when we attached everything together. The next day we took all the 2x4s and we cut them down to size for both the horizontal and vertical pieces for the door. We attached all of the 2x4s with pocket holes, and then we also used a waterproof glue that was rated for both interior and exterior. One of the things to keep in mind is that this glue tends to be really watery, especially in all this heat, so you got to work fast. Once we're done with that, we took all the cross members and we did the same thing with pocket holes and glue and attached everything together. It's not quite square, but I'll square it up when I attach it to the actual panel over there, but I think we're good. Got about 1/8 of an inch, maybe a little tight, but I can always shave it down just a little bit. And then the top, I think we are good. We're all right. Cool. And we're off. Once we did that dry fit, we took it back to the table, put down a bunch of glue, and then we took screws and put them in at every foot or so along all the horizontal, vertical, and cross member pieces. This will continue to give it strength and will keep it from shearing between the glue and the screws. All right, well, that's the finished door right there. So the hinges are going to go right here on this side, 3 hinges there, and then the actual door handle will be up here. But it's
pretty heavy door, and I think it'll be pretty stable just because of the fact that there's so much bracing. And if you saw how many screws I put in this thing, it shouldn't sag at all over time, especially with all the glue. But we'll let it dry out and then we can hang it up. But in the meantime, I'll get the hinges on there.
At this point, I took 60 grit sandpaper and made sure everything was fairly smooth to make sure that all of the hinges lined up nicely and that all the joints were at least flat and flush. For the hinges, we first drilled pilot holes and made sure we put copious amounts of glue. To attach the door to the shed, we made sure we shimmed everything from the top and on the sides before we drilled it into the frame.
There it is. Not too shabby. Nice and smooth. Yeah, this is great. It's nice and sturdy. Now I'm opening the windows because it's getting hot in here.
What?
Now I'm opening the windows because it's getting hot in there. All right, now I just got to get the hardware. I've got a handle here and the lock. I just need to determine where I want it. Where do you think, Nance? Above it? So put the handle square and then the lock right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's do the handle first. That's it. We're 100% done. The door is finished. One of the things that I didn't show on camera that I'll show you here real quick, I basically put in door jamb. I actually ripped it out so it's nice and flat. Have the top one there is a little bit thicker because I figure if there's ever any driving rain up there, it won't get through. And then also back here, and then if I want to, I can put like a little gasket, a foam gasket to make it airtight, but for now I think it's good. Have a little bit of a gap on the bottom just in case, but that's okay. So this way, when it closes, it's solid. It closes nice and tight. It's not gonna gap anywhere. And then the design that I made, which is with the cross bracing here, it shouldn't sag at all. Put in some really good hardware, and I think we're gonna be in really good shape. It's lockable. I'm gonna actually put my real mower in here tonight and then start moving things out of the garage, which is the whole reason why we're doing this. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, putting the door together. If you like this video, please hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet and I've earned your subscription, then please subscribe to the channel. And if you want to be notified of future videos, don't forget to hit that bell, and we will see you on the next one. Have a great week, everybody.